All right, guys. This is another Steve Hofstetter selection here. I think he's really great. Um, he doesn't like entirely do political comedy, but when he does, I think he's fucking hilarious. He's funny even beside that though. But of course, the Trumpers won't find him funny. They tend to get freaking angry because they're such snowflakes. They get so fucking angry over really stupid shit. But anyway, um, we'll watch this. This is actually like he has like a sort of see Steve Hofstetter like his main thing that at least he's known for that people like got engaged with is that he deals with hecklers really well. He has like compilations of hecklers, and sometimes people go to his shows just to try to heckle, and it never ends well for them. But it is what it is. It's kind of, at least in my opinion, what made him big. But we're gonna watch it. So I guess what I was going into there is this is like a tournament where he's getting people to vote for the best heckles, and so there's two here. I'm gonna go ahead and play them both because he's really great anyway. Mainly the Trump one. The first one is what I'm focused on, of course. But the other one's also good, so I'll play both. Here we go.
I was performing in the banquet room of a golf resort in a high-end suburb of Los Angeles. Knowing what I was probably up against doing a political set, I prefaced it with this joke.
Well, just because you hear a comedian and you disagree with the political platform, like, don't freak out about it. It's okay. We're not in charge. We don't control shit. I'm performing to like a Home Depot light on the floor.
I also added in a joke about why not to confront comedians.
We are professionally witty, we speak for a living, we think very quickly. That is our job. Would you ever go to a boxer? Just be like, why would you do that? You wouldn't do that, because you'll get hit in the face, that's why.
I saw a girl walk in with her date halfway through the show. 45 minutes into a 90-minute show. The crowd was pretty small, about 30 people, but it was going very well. I was getting reactions like this. And this. And this. And this. And this. When I made fun of Donald Trump, I saw her and her date rumbling very loudly. So,
and I feel that it is my responsibility to come to golf clubs and do that material. I feel like that is socially responsible for me to do it. Because there might be one person who's like, I was going to vote for him, but that redhead made a couple of good points. He's in a suit jacket, so we should trust him.
And that was clearly not enough for her. I didn't edit this next clip at all because I wanted you to see the full version of what happened, how much of a screeching halt she brought to the show, and how wrong she was about how the rest of the room felt.
Whoever you're voting for, just please go vote. What? Back to jokes. Did you not notice all the people laughing while I was talking about this shit? Or?
Just a couple.
Only just a couple. Well, that's twice the amount of people in the room, so. Here's the thing. No, you can't do that. You can't just decide because you don't like a joke that other people didn't like a joke. I was getting laughs. Everybody was, I shouldn't say everybody, because you clearly didn't like it. But, what? That wouldn't be true. Right, so it would match what the fuck you said. Because for the people, were you laughing? Yeah? I didn't ask them to make you cheer. You can't, don't be so fucking selfish about a show. And here's what just happened. I was telling jokes and you were like, back to jokes. Now I'm like, fucking no. Now no. Now you're fucking jukebox and I do what I want. See, now she's laughing because now it's okay. It's about her. That's why it's okay, right? Because now it's specially tailored to her. Fuck it. The whole rest of the set's gonna be political. I was gonna do more dog material. I don't give a fuck now. That's ridiculous. It's irresponsible to, we have to vote. It's fucking happening. You can't just be like, no. Like, you can't, it's happening. Like, it's been happening for a long time. We can't close it off to it anymore. Like, in 2004, the political discourse went off fucking rails. That's when it started, 2004. Because Bush's first campaign ad, he comes on, he goes, I'm the anti-terrorism president. And I'm watching this be like, who the fuck is the pro-terrorism president?
Hey there. You're listening to State of Survival Radio. Calling all survivors who can hear this.
Like, is the next commercial going to be John Kerry running on a bus with a backpack and leaving it there? Like, what's the next ad? I know it's hard for me to support Kerry, though, because I was never a fan of the tree from Wizard of Oz. So that's difficult. I want sadness in his face. I can't. And then 2008 was the big one. 2008 was the big. Who did you vote for? Old or black? Who did you support? Because that's all that the news would talk about. Every television station was like, one's old, one's black. You decide. I was like, you gotta give us more than that. You gotta. If it's just old versus black, I mean, that's an easy choice. I got black friends. I don't have old friends. I mean, that's. But I got old parents. Shit, I don't know now. It was so ridiculous. People were afraid that Obama was going to get assassinated if he got elected. That was a big fear back then, which is a little weird because McCain was very old at the time. So, like, if you're worried about a president dying, like, you should also worry about him dying. Like, because a broken hip could beat you there. Like, if you had a whole assassination plan, like, God could just be like, no, I got this one. Like, it could have happened. The second that McCain appointed Palin as his vice presidential candidate, that was when I was like, he doesn't give a fuck about us. That's when I was like, he doesn't give. You remember when Palin first got appointed, that first, like, 2 days, when people were like, she's great, and then she started talking, and people were like, shit. Like, you remember that moment where people were, like, really excited for a little bit, and then she spoke, and we were just like, fuck, damn it, we wanted something good, and you took it from us. Like, oh, people were excited that she was hot, though. That was something you would hear a lot. She was hot. First of all, you don't vote for a candidate because you want to fuck them ever. Like, like their fingers on the button, you understand? And not the metaphorical button, I mean like a real button, like not like a sexual one. Like it's so ridiculous. And she's not even hot, she's hotter than we're used to. Right? She's hotter than Biden, absolutely. I would give you that. If that were the choice, check off one for Palin, I would vote for her in that contest. She's not hot in a real world sense. Like if you saw her walking down the street, you wouldn't be like, hey baby, can I get your number? Like you'd be like, hey, can I get directions to the library? And then she'd speak and you're like, you don't know where the library is. And I'm glad the rest of you guys are into political stuff, because for that one person, these jokes are failing like they're Sarah Palin's daughter in a sex ed class. But I can do whatever the fuck jokes I want.
People like her think they're more important than everyone else around them. It's why she was 45 minutes late, it's why she thought she could control someone else's show, and it's likely why she's voting for Trump. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. And if you haven't yet, check out my special Ginger Kid, free right here on YouTube. If you're 18 and live in the States, regardless of who you're voting for, make sure that you're registered to vote. If you don't know whether or not you are, go to canivote.org today and get all the information that you need.
I support Bernie Sanders. I've been called sexist because of that, which is ridiculous. That's nothing to do with whether or not he's a male. I would vote for Elizabeth Warren in a heartbeat. She's not running, so I can't vote for her. You choose between the people who are running. That is the way this shit works. Like, if Hillary beats him in the primary, I will vote for her against Trump. I will do that. Because here's the thing. I'm a Mets fan, okay? Big Mets fan. Love the Mets. Hate the Braves. Fuck the Braves. But if the Braves were in the World Series against ISIS, go Braves. Like, you see what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to make decisions.
My opener. Good stuff, good stuff. You noticing a theme here? Trump supporters are so thin-skinned. And like they project it by calling people on the left snowflakes. It's hilarious. Like I couldn't imagine ever getting this angry if someone made a joke about Biden or Harris or even Bernie Sanders. Like it's just I'm not a cult member. You guys should try that sometime. Yeah, everything was about her. Everything was about her feelings, how she was offended. And this ties it into what I've talked about the whole cult thing. It's like only people that are that invested in like this God complex, this like worship basically of like a cult leader. And Trump does that to certain really low IQ people. And it's crazy. He's not even really charismatic. He doesn't, like he talks about like low energy and shit, but he doesn't have charisma, really. He's kind of flat in his speech. He has a third grade fucking vocabulary. Like, I don't get it. Is it like he sounds dumb and like you can connect to it? So like your stupidity is like, you're like, hey, it's me. Like, I don't understand. But anyway, let's go ahead and continue this.
Brett Druff set up a joke by getting the crowd to cheer for the couple who had been married the longest.
I was working on this bit about how the divorce rate is 50%, and I was basically saying those aren't great odds. Like, if airplanes only landed 50% of the time, most people would be car and boat people. That was the bit. And I'd ask people how long they've been married, and based off of the reaction of the crowd, I'd use that to prove my point. And that led into some other crowd work, and then something happened that I was definitely not expecting.
I don't know. I'm not going for the marriage thing. I'm not pumped on it. You recommend it? Yeah. Okay. What's the secret, you think? Okay. Okay. Well, that was weirdly aggressive. Okay. So you have a lot of sadness inside you. Okay. You're like, you look pussy. So sad. You guys know each other? Okay, so yeah, super weird. Super weird.
Once I realized that they don't know each other, I tried to throw the guy that I thought was the antagonist under the bus. I tried to make fun of him a little bit, diffuse the tension, and I thought that it worked. So I went back into my set, and I was doing jokes, and I didn't realize until he was basically ready to pop that the married guy was getting extremely agitated. And I noticed when his face was beet red, when his wife was holding his arm back, and he was basically ready to pounce on this guy. And then I had to break the facade of, ha ha ha, we're all laughing, and oh my goodness, this guy's going to fight this guy. I need to stop him in whatever way I can and kind of keep the show going. So I did my best to do that.
It's fine. Okay, let's calm it down. It's fine. All right. Dude, he was just going for a laugh. He was going for like, all right, don't take out all the stress of the happy marriage onto him. I know you got to get somewhere. Everything's cool. He said he's sorry. Everybody's happy. Let's relax. I have more jokes to do. It's gonna be great. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Dude, as a favor of me, he said he's just trying to get a laugh, man. It's fine. Listen, some of my jokes bomb. I don't want anybody to fight me when that happens. It's cool. Please, as a favor to me, just allow me to get on the show. Just you're a great dude. You got a happy marriage. He doesn't. You're in the up. Okay? You're good. Okay.
Come hang out with your boy Marty Ma.
You know you gaining weight when you walk and you feel like somebody.
Now, how do I transition back to jokes?
Brett did a wonderful job of diffusing a tense situation. I was actually out of the room when it happened, so I didn't really fully understand how it started.
Skyline Chili's still holding on. There's so many drunk people who just walk by and be like, let me give that a try. And they go, I'm never doing that shit again. And then the next night, they're like, let me give that a try. Because there are no laws in lieu about over-serving people, apparently. People show up to bars drunk here. Who's like, I have a drink. And they're like, how many would you like at once, sir? You seem perfectly safe.
Then the married guy tried to start something again. I didn't want to egg him on, so I just politely asked him to stop.
So I say to him, excuse me, is this your bag? Guys, if you could just, whatever's happening right now, could it not happen? I'd really appreciate that. I'm too big for me, and it's very distracting. Thank you very much. It's going to be hard to get back to that story now.
And then it happened again.
Guys, whatever's happening at that table needs to stop. It really does. I know you're not meaning to be disruptive, but it's incredibly disruptive. I keep seeing everybody else looking at you to see what's going on. So if you guys could stop doing this, that would be awesome. I don't know what's happening right now. I just came in here cold, and I'm trying to do the show, and it has to stop or you have to go. Is that cool? Whatever it is.
He kept staring at the guy who called him a pussy and muttering. He'd look at the guy, then he'd look at the door, then he'd start toward the guy, and then his wife would pull on his arm to make sure he stayed seated. The anger in his eyes was absolutely terrifying. He also kept doing this a lot. He was clearly on something.
Guys, you gotta stop. Stop it. Seriously. It's done. Stop talking to each other. You can't do it anymore. Don't talk to each other or you have to go. Like, I don't know why you're at the show if you're just gonna look at them and talk to them. Is everything okay? We cool? Are you having fun at the show? Okay, so watch it then. I don't mean watch yourself, I mean watch the show that you're allegedly having fun at. It's gotten real fucking weird.
Tried to ignore it and go back into a bit. And then the divorced guy got up to go to the bathroom, and the married guy started to get up too.
So they take this laughter as validation. And they show us that they are card-carrying members of the KKK. Did you know that there were membership cards? I did not know that there were membership cards. Don't get up, man. Don't fucking do it. I do not know what else I have to say to stop this. You can keep walking. You can keep walking. I'm making sure he doesn't. You started getting up when he got up. I'm not blind. Everything's fine. We gotta fucking stop this shit. This is really fucking awkward now. I need to stop. Okay? Maybe I read the body language of him standing up and you grabbing his arm and pulling him back down incorrectly. I apologize.
Finally, the staff came in to escort him and his wife out into the bar.
Just give it a second. I've done over 3,500 shows in my career. I have never been genuinely scared for my safety before. I know what the fuck was going on there. I missed it when it happened. I was in the bathroom whenever the fuck that started. And I don't know how it started, but I'm so glad I'm not gonna die right now. I'm so glad. I have just been up here trying to play through. Like, you know, like in golf, they tell everybody to be quiet. In tennis, they tell everybody to be quiet. It's really fucking important in comedy. So I've just been like, well, we all might die tonight, but I'm gonna tell a joke about a flight attendant and see how this works. I appreciate that. Holy fuck, can all of you walk me to my car after this show? You guys just form a big old circle around me. Holy shit. Remember the joke I did about how there's no awe of over-serving in Louisville? Okay. Back to the game. Back to the regularly scheduled programming. All right. I got it from here, sir. Appreciate it. You started this shit. Don't fucking carry it on. I know you didn't mean that to happen, because how could you predict that would fucking happen? Let's all just breathe a sigh of relief for our safety. And I hope that there are no speakers in the bar. Okay.
Maybe it's just me, but it seems pretty likely that both of those two people were Trump supporters. So you've got the guy that yells pussy, which just seems like a Trump supporter thing to do. They're always like toxic, really insecure males. Well, the male ones anyway. They're toxic and insecure, and they like try to compensate by constantly like doing pissing contests with other guys. Like that they'll be like, "You're a fucking pussy, dude." And it's usually a bunch of fucking talk, but still it's like a way to compensate for like their insecurity. It's always the same. I'm sure you've met many like them. And then the other dude, like if you call me a pussy, like I don't care, because like who are you? Like it generally will have no effect. And for most people on the left, I believe that's the case. But I don't know, like MAGA type people are so easy to get freaking pissed off because of the insecurity. And maybe there's a tie-in, like psychologically, like the insecurity is why they're attracted to Trump in the first place, because he's got this fake, like tough guy persona. And I don't know. It's complicated. Something to ponder on. But anyway, that's the bits from Steve Hofstetter and whoever that other dude is that travels around with him. So thank you for your time.